Woo! Almost done. This will be number... I'm getting close to having video number 6, or Regents exam number 6 done. This is going to be June 2012. Problems 15 through 27. Disclaimer, warning, threat. Oh yeah, I'm threatening you. If you haven't done these problems and all you hear is to cheat, oh, great. Practice with me. Excuse me, sir. Would you like some fries with your burger? Or, sir, please, I haven't eaten in like 6 days. Could I have $1, please? Or do you want to make the rules? Or do you want to be the person that has the nice stuff? Which do you want to be? The person living off other people or the person making the rules? Don't cheat. Work your ass off. I said it. A-double-S's. Work your butt off. Let's go. We're going to work. I don't know. Let's try page 7. Maybe that's it. Ooh, look how lucky I got. Okay, so we're going to be doing problems 15 through 27. We're going to get them done as quickly as possible. Without further ado, let's tackle this question. I'm glad I didn't have to do this last time because this question doesn't seem too easy. Where's my drawing? So, I want the 6th term. Now, you could go through Pascal's triangle. If those of you like Pascal's triangle, 1, 1. 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 4, 6, 4, 1, 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. If you've never seen this before, ignore everything that I'm doing right now. 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. That's the one we want. The reason we want that row is because this is 6. Now I want the center term. I don't necessarily do it this way. I like to do it this way. I like to say, okay, we're going to do our exponent, so is 6. So we'll say 6C0, 6C1. I want the middle term. So I got to go 6C2, 6C3, 6C4, 6C5, 6C6. There's 3. And there's 3. So this would be the term that I want. Now the next thing I'm going to do is draw my parentheses. I'll figure out what this is equal to in a minute. I'm going to draw my parentheses. And I don't care about anything below here. All I care about is this stuff above for now. Oh yeah, those are some sick parentheses. Now if I remember correctly, this is going to go 6, 5, 4, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Remember, those have to add up to 6. In this first term, we'll go x over 2, which is really 1/2 x. Boy, this person that wrote this problem did not like you kids. And then a negative 2y. So what I want to type, first thing I want to do is figure out what this 6C3 is. By the way, it's probably 10, but I mean, it's probably 20. But let's just go menu, probability, combination, 6, comma, 3. Sorry. Just so you know, I might... Oh, let's see. Am I resuming? Oh, yeah. Just so you know, I might have an emergency. Might have to take a phone call. Let's press enter. If I do, I'll try to pause. 20, that's what I was looking for. I thought so. So, I come over here. Let me change into black. Black. This is 20. So what I want to do now is I want to type in everything into my calculator. 20, this 1/2 cubed, and this negative 2 cubed. Because I know my answer is going to be x cubed, y cubed. Any of these x cubed, y cubed? Ah, we got 2. All right, so I know it's either going to be this one or it's going to be this one. And in fact, I know it's going to be this one because I have a negative 2 cubed. So, but just for fun, let me just type it in. 20, parenthesis, 1 divided by 2, parenthesis, cubed. And then parenthesis, negative 2, parenthesis, cubed. Now, basically what I have here is 1/8 and negative 8. They're going to cancel you out and just give me negative 20. And so there's my answer right there. Negative 20. This ain't it. Negative 20. X cubed, y cubed. We are done. Moving on. So, what do we got? Believe it or not, this is an incredibly simple question. So let me just see what we got here. We got n of m of p to the x. So p to the x, let me get some red in there. We'll get a little red and black and red going. P to the x, this is x squared. They didn't ask us for a number. They just want to find out what, basically you're just going to take one function and put it inside of another. So now I'm going to take this x squared and I'm going to put it inside of m. Well, and put it inside of m. Oh man, son of a gun. So now I got to put it inside of this. So over here I'm going to end up with sine of x squared. So this, now I want to figure out what n of that thing is. Well, n says take a 3 and multiply it by that, sine of x squared. So 3 sine of x squared. Looks like probably choice 2. Done. Alright, so this is just testing whether or not you know how to use a calculator. I'm assuming you do. I want to find, not that. I want to find whatever. I just want to find cosecant. Cosecant of. And then I've got to get my degrees, minutes, seconds. That's this crazy looking button right here. We'll press enter. And we've got 138.23. 138.23. Notice they're grayed out. That means I don't need to put something in there. 10505. 1.5. 1.505. 1.505. 1.505. That's this answer. Done. All right. Which function is 1 to 1? So let me talk about 1. 1 is a parabola moved up 2 units. Probably not it, because, well, we'll see. 2 is a cubic moved up 2 units. 3 is an absolute value moved up 2 units. 4 is a 4th degree polynomial, probably looks something like that, moved up 2 units. So what it has to be in order for it to be 1 to 1, you are probably reminding yourself, is it has to pass the vertical and horizontal line test. And all of these pass the horizontal line test except for this one. I know it looks like it doesn't here, but it passes. Cubic. Conjugates. Same exact thing with a minus sign. Now be careful. It's got to have a minus 5x and a minus in the middle. Minus 5x and a minus in the middle. There it is, right there. Choice 3. Oh, we got another problem on this page. What is the positive value of tan of 1/2 x when sine is equal to this? Holy crap, are you kidding me? You mean I got to come over here, find my tan of 1/2 x formula? You son of a... So it's 1 minus... So... tan of 1. Now, see, if they were nice, they would have given you cosine, but they're not nice. They don't like you. And I don't even need to put plus or minus. So it's 1 minus. All right, hold on. Yeah, Star Trek. Hold on. Sorry, kids, we still recording. All right, sorry, had a little emergency. Sorry, I had to take care of it. Oh my God, you piece of junk. Okay, so the formula is, I believe, let's go back and look at it, 1 minus cosine over 1 plus cosine. So 1 minus cosine A, or whatever, over 1 plus cosine A. Let me just make sure I have that right. Yep. Okay, so the problem with it is they didn't really tell us much. So we got to figure out what sine is. Now sine, oh my gosh, this guy... Whoever wrote this problem was a complete jerk. So you got to understand that this is 8/10. You have to understand that's 8/10. If you want, you can understand that it's really 4/5. So sine is opposite over adjacent. So 4 over 5. And then therefore this side's 3. Okay? And so what we want then is... I think there's another way to do this problem, by the way. So now I have now I know what cosine is. Cosine's 3/5. So I'm going to do the square root of 1 minus 3/5 over 1 plus 3/5. And I'll just type that in my calculator. Notice they're all decimals, so I'm going to type the whole thing into my calculator. Second square root, control division, 1 minus 3 divided by 5. All over 1 plus 3 divided by 5. Enter. 1/2. Is that one of the answers? No, 1/2. There it is. Now, I think there's another way I could have done this problem. Let me erase all this. I think there's actually an easier way. Because that's using the formula for the 1/2. And we always teach you use that formula. But I think what I could have done is this. I could have said, all right, let's figure out what x is by doing the inverse sine of 0.8. So I'll do inverse sine of 0.8. And I figure out that it's that angle, 53 point something. And then I say, okay, I want to figure out what the tangent is of half of that. So I'll do tangent of this divided by 2. See if it works. 0.5, there it is. That's the other thing I could have done. Not sure most people would have thought about that one. All right, that's it. That problem's over. We're on to 21. Review, history, view, 200%, 150%. Let's go 150%. So the question is, I know they've asked this a couple of times now. I've seen it asked a couple of times. It said that Ricardo said that the average number of pets per class is 2. What is the value of k? Well, we got to total everything up on top and divide by how many things we got on bottom. All right, so how many things we have on bottom? So on top, let's see, these add up. That's 4 zeros, so that's 0. And this is 6 kids have 1 pet, so 1, that's 6 pets. And then 10 people have 2 pets, that's 20 pets. And let's see, nobody has 3, so that's 0. And this is 4k. All I'm doing is multiplying, and this is 10. So if I add all this up, I get 20 plus 10 plus 6, that's 36 plus 4k. And then if I add all these up, this is how many people I have. This is figuring out average. Let's see, that's 10, 20, 22 plus k. And I know that this has to equal 2. So I'll cross multiply, and I get 36 plus 4k equals 44 plus 2k. I'll bring this over, I get 2k equals 8, or k equals 4. So there's my answer. Another way I could have done this is, you can go back and hit pause if you need to go look at that. The other way I could have done this is just said, okay, try these numbers. Just try them. Put a 9 in here, put a 9 in here. And then, but the problem is you got to add all this stuff up anyway. So in this case, you'd add up 4 plus 6 plus 20 plus 0. Oh wait, this would be 0. Because the first one is 0. 4 people had 0 pets. That's 0 pets. And then the last one's 10 plus 10. And then your new one would be 4 times 9. Whatever. The answer's 4. Kind of a pain in the neck. How many negative solutions are there to this? Well, let's graph it. Let's graph it. See how many negative solutions there are. Hit enter. Let's hit graph. And I'm going to just look over here. I'm on the wrong page. 2x cubed. 2x cubed. Minus 4x squared. Minus 4x squared. Plus 3x. Plus 3x. Minus 1. Enter. And how many negative solutions are there? There are none. There are no times where this hits the x-axis on the left side. There are no solutions. No negative solutions. Now, having said that, I could also factor this thing. I think I could factor this. No, it's not even factorable. Yeah, the only way to do this is just to graph it and see how many negative solutions are. There are none. There are no negative solutions. All right. Study finds that local high school students, 80% of local high school students text while doing homework. So the probability of texting while doing homework is 0.8. So the probability of not texting while doing homework, those we like to call those the smart kids, is 0.2. So we want to know what's the probability. I'm going to grab my highlighter because that's cooler. What's the probability that at most 7 out of 10 students text while doing homework? All right, so if I want at most 7 out of 10, that means I can choose 7, 8, oh wait, hold on a second. At most 7 out of 10. That means I can choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. So, and we're going to pick 10. So you do 10, pick, choose, 10, choose. And this number here can be 1 through 7. So right now, these two are out. Now I got to pick these two. The other thing I remember about this, let's say it was whatever number I pick here. Let's say it's let's choose 6. What goes in the first set of parentheses is what I want to happen, 0.8. What I want in the second set is what I don't want to happen, 0.2. And this is 4/10 and this is 1/10, or 4/5 and 1/5. But this number and this number have to add up to 10, and in particular, this number has to match that number. Well, in choice 1, that's the one that's going on. In choice 2, they've got a 10 there. That doesn't make any sense, so we'll just get rid of that ridiculous answer, and we will move on. Hopefully you were taught that. I can't go through how to do all that stuff. That stuff you have to do. I will have videos up for that later. In which interval is f of x equal to cosine x? Is the inverse also a function? So if I draft this, and here's my normal cosine curve. There's my normal cosine curve, and I'll just keep going. So this would be 90, or pi over 2. This would be pi, 3 pi over 2, and 2 pi. So the problem with it is, in order for its inverse to be a function, it has to pass the vertical line test. Well, anywhere I draw a line in here, it will fail the vertical line test. And so if I just look at one curve from cosine, from here to here, it fails the vertical line test. Unless I just restrict it to being from here to here. If I get rid of all of this, and all of this over here, and I just restrict it to, and I'll do it in highlighter, if I just restrict it, I'll do it in blue, to this piece right here, well, that will pass the vertical line test. Because no place in there can I draw a vertical line where I hit more than once, and that's from 0 to pi. Choice 1. What do I want? The correlation coefficient? I want the correlation coefficient into the thousands place. So I got to type all this crap into my calculator. So let me go, boom, kaboom. Notice how I got multiple sheets here? I mean, I hate that. That's going to be a problem. It's always a problem. Let's get rid of it and go back, and there we go. So let's type all this in. I'm going to use my calculator. So we got this, what is this x, and we'll call this y. And let me just start typing these. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. And 135, 132, 129, 125, 122, 119, and 115. And one of the biggest mistakes made by students, and it could be made by me, I hope I didn't make it, is that you don't put the numbers in correctly. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out the correlation coefficient. Well, that's statistics, and we're doing stat calculations, but we're doing two variable statistics because we want to see if there's a correlation. My first number will be x, my second number will be y. Do we find a correlation? So one thing I'll do is stretch this a little bit, scroll down, and r is the correlation coefficient, negative 0.999. Choice 1. There's my correlation coefficient. Done. What's next? Page 12. Oh, we only got 2 questions left? Are you serious, man? This is going simple. Let's visit up 200%, 150%. So, oh, God, that looks like a hard question. Let me get a little room above. So let me draw my triangle. M, N, and P. And it says M is 10, and N is n is 10 and m is 6. Two distinct triangles, if angle m, well, if the smallest angle is, well, smaller of these two. So I would have to do, well, I'm just going to try it. I'm just going to try the first one. I always try small angles first. So I'm going to try if angle m is 35. So I'll do 6 over sine of 35, not sim, sine of 35, equals 10 over sine of n. I'll cross multiply. I get 6 times sine n, or sine, this should be n, by the way. Sine n equals 10 times sine of 35. And again, guys, you know, if you're looking for an angle, at some point you're going to be doing inverse sine or inverse cosine. So I want to figure out what that's equal to. So I go back over here, I hit my calculator, and I got so much crap going on. Menu, clear the scratch pad. Let's see what's going on. So I'm going to do control division, so I don't, I did not hit that. Escape, control division. And then I want, what was that? I forgot. 10 sine 35, so 10 sine 35 all over 6. Hit enter. Now, I need to find out what inverse sine of this is. So I'll do inverse sine of that thing. Should be very close to 90. Enter. I get 72.9. So let's go back here. So I've got 35 and 72.9. That's close to 73. The other angle it could be, starting at 35, is I got to figure out what 180 minus that is. So 180 minus that number equals 107.1. Let's just go with that. 107.1. Go back. 107.1. Well, if I add these two up, that's somewhere around 100. And that leaves me plenty of room for a third angle. And if I add these up, I get 142.5, and there's still like 38 degrees left for another angle. So clearly, that one worked. Got lucky. But that one didn't work. I would have had to do the law of cosines on the next thing as well. Would have been kind of a pain. All right. If order does not matter, which selection of students would yield the most possible committees? So order doesn't matter. When order doesn't matter, you want to do 15, choose 5, or 25, choose 5, or 25, choose 20, or 25, choose 15. My guess is it's going to be 4, but I'm not really sure. So I just go over to my calculator. I'm going to just hit all those in, get rid of all this crap so I can see everything. So menu, probability, combinations. And the first one is 15, choose 5, 15, comma 5, enter. It's only 3,000. Boom, boom, enter. Is there another one? Let's see. 25. This was 25, choose 5, right? Well, this has got to be much bigger than that, so it wasn't even no reason to choose. If I got 25 people to pick from, I'm picking 5. That one's clearly bigger than that. So let's do it again. We've got 25, choose 20. I'm going to think it's the same thing. Well, choosing 20 is the same thing as choosing 5 because, and I'll get the same answer, because when you choose 20, really what you're doing is not choosing 5. So it's the same thing. And the last one is 25, choose 15. So let me just get this. I think this is going to be the right answer. Wow, it's the right answer by a lot. That's what I thought. So there we go. There's our answer. 25, when order does not matter. That's it, kids. All done. Woo! Oh, just with the multiple choice. We still have the extended response. Fill in the multiple choice. Guys, if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. If you get 100 on your Regents, email me. The email link's in there. It's kenkrause@gmail.com. Let me know. I'll put you on my wall of fame. I haven't put that. It's at mrkrausemath.com. You'll find an organized list of all my videos. Just hit Regents Review. You'll find an organized list of all the videos. But at some point, you're going to see a link that says the Wall of Fame, the Algebra 2 Wall of Fame. I want to know all the kids that worked with my stuff And I helped you out just a little bit. Maybe your other teacher helped you out a lot too. And I helped you out just a little bit to get to that 100 points. Remember, it takes a crazy mind to get 100. Can you do it? Yes. Can you pass it? Yes. Does it take work? Abso-freaking-lutely. The only thing in life that's important, the only things that are important, the only things that are worthwhile in life take time and effort. Everything else that's easy and given to you is not that worthwhile. Anyway, peace out. That's your words of wisdom for the day from Mr. Krause. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.